Well, while you may be taking on spring cleaning projects with the official arrival of the season this weekend, this is also the time for new spring projects to help wildlife thrive in our area. Our sponsor, the Michigan Wildlife Council, emphasizes the importance of conservation in our state. And they are partnering with the Michigan Department of Natural Resources to help create the right ecosystem for our wildlife. We are joined by Rachel Leitner, a wildlife outreach coordinator with the Michigan Department of Natural Resources. Thank you for being with us.
Oh, thank you so much for having me.
This is exciting. We all want to learn what we can do and how we can chip in. What are some of the things that the DNR is doing to help this spring to help wildlife thrive?
Sure. So the springtime is really the kickoff for our habitat projects on DNR lands. And these projects are meant to benefit wildlife and wildlife recreation, everything from our big game species like white-tailed deer to our non-game species and even those that are federally endangered. Now, some of the most common practices we'll be seeing across Southeast Michigan are planting food plots, managing water levels at our waterfowl management sites, and conducting prescribed fires in grasslands.
So let's talk about prescribed burns. Why are they important?
So prescribed burns are basically areas that we intentionally set fire to stimulate plant growth and control species we don't want on the landscape. Now, in Southeast Michigan, prescribed burns are really our most effective tool at removing unwanted and invasive species. Things like narrowleaf cattail and Phragmites, which often prevent native plants from growing and are too thick and too robust for our native waterfowl species to be able to access those wetlands. So removing these species really opens up our native habitats that allow waterfowl and wetland species to thrive in them.
Wow, so this is very targeted and very specific. So now once we get things cleaned up and done some spring cleaning, what kind of wildlife might we be seeing in our area as the weather gets warmer?
Sure. During the springtime, I'm sure lots of us have already noticed wildlife are becoming more active. So you probably have seen or heard some migratory bird species that are returning. We've got animals that are rising from their deep winter sleeps, and baby animals will soon be born. Now, some of the best birding in Michigan is actually going on right now as the spring migration is taking place. Red-winged blackbirds, sandhill cranes, woodcocks, these are all arriving and will soon start their mating displays, which are really interesting to watch. If you're looking for a place to go and enjoy nature, the Point Mouillet State Game Area has an incredible diversity of bird species. But if you don't want to travel anywhere, there's also great opportunity to see birds and other cool wildlife in backyards or even on downtown urban streets.
That's so true. All you got to do is look around a little bit and you will see something. And I've definitely seen them on the downtown urban streets, that's for sure. Rachel, thank you so much for joining us.
Yes, thank you so much for having me.
It's our pleasure. We also want to thank the Michigan Wildlife Council for educating the public about the importance of wildlife conservation and its role in preserving Michigan's great outdoors for future generations. To learn more about all they are doing, visit their website, hereformioutdoors.org.